Alright, we are back working on the 72 Mustang. Got this come in today. We got the new brake vest front brake hoses. These are the front brake hoses that go to the calipers. And in this box here, we got a surprise. Open it up. This came in today, which I got a deal on. Get the box open. It is two, drum roll please, just like Christmas morning. Christmas ain't here yet. Two brand new rotors for the Mustang, and I got these on a real good deal. There was a place sorry about that. There's a place on Amazon that sells these, and I got two for the price of one. What it would have cost me going to O'Reilly's, which I think is a real good deal. So there's one there, and this is the other one in the box here. I think I paid like 74 bucks for both of these rotors. They already have the bearing races in them. They already got the bearing race in them, which is good. So they're ready to go on, which I should have good bearings anyway. Oh, this plastic is on there. Got the back race and got the front race. So that's two for 74 bucks. You can't beat that. I mean, one was like $70-something at O'Reilly's, where I got these two off of Amazon from some place. I can't remember what the name of the place is. They don't say the place. I will have to look it up and leave it in the description. Well, it's called, I can't read the tag. But I got these from O'Reilly's. I got these from a place off Amazon, which I'll leave the description. You can look it up if you're building a Mustang or building something else. I mean, $74 for two, free shipping. So we're ready to get the brakes on this thing and put those on tonight. We're gonna get it bled up. Had some problems with the alternator. Got it fired up. Been running it. I got the temp gauge hooked up, oil pressure gauge, and battery gauge, but the alternator is shorting out bad. If you hook up the main hot wire, which I got it tucked back right here, you hook up the main hot wire to the back of the alternator, it will smoke these fuse links over here, almost blow them, and the car will almost cut off. So I believe this alternator is shorting to a ground, and it's no good. So what I got two alternators here. This one here originally came on the car. Ain't too sure about using it. I mean, it looks fine on the outside. This one here, I don't know what it's off of, but I was going to put one of these on there, or each one of them on there, make sure they're charging, whichever one charging I'm going to use. I'm going to clean them up, paint it, and put the chrome pulleys on it. So that's another project. Another project is a seat, which I have a seat in there now, but I got to put the seat tracks on the bottom of it. I took the seat tracks off because they were rusted to the floor, and I have a whole box of seat tracks. I got to go through, figure out which one's the best one, so at least I can have a seat to move it around. But it will go in gear and everything. I just can't drive it because I don't have any brakes. So We're going to get the brakes going on it. We're going to get the alternator hooked up. We're going to get the seat hooked up. And then at least it'll be moving on its own power. And I don't have to push it anymore. It'll be a mover. And also, I picked up a set of tires for these Magnum 500 rims I got. That's going to go on the car. I have all 5. It's got a little bit of surface rust on each one of them, but this is just one of the brand new tires that's going to go on the rims. I got the other rims in storage, but I just wanted to try one of the new tires on the rim, make sure it fit and how it looks. But it looks real good. So I got the center caps and the lug nuts for them. So those are Magnum 500s, but they're aftermarket. I looked on the back of them. They're not originally Ford, but hey, you can tell the difference. So anyway, we're going to get the brakes on and all the other stuff we talked about, and we'll get back to rocking and rolling. So while I'm getting the brake stuff ready to put on the Mustang, I had another package delivered from a good Mustang guy over in Canada. You can see the Canada postage sticker there. And this is supposed to be some deluxe mirrors for the Mustang and some other little stuff. So let's just see what. Yes, we had a bunch of stuff for sale, and then we did some trading. It's supposed to be, I think, some mirrors and the scoops for the hood, for the Mach 1 hood. Let's see if we can get in this box. We got it taped up real good. Alright, let's see what we got here. So first off, this is the scoops that go into the ram air hood. If your car didn't come with the ram air, it had these little block off looking netted things in there, which both of my cars didn't have ram air on it. So I'm missing these on the hood, just the little netted part, the little plastic inserts. Next off, I'm thinking this is the trim panel, the little trim panel that goes by the quarter glass on the fastbacks. It looks like it. I was missing one on one of my cars, so we'll see if that fit. And then these are the deluxe mirrors. They have the little remotes with them, little knobs, so you can adjust them. Let's see. I almost hate to cut the plastic paper off. It's supposed to be in excellent shape. And we got these things taped up pretty good. So there's one side right there. Loose a little bit. Might be something I can tighten up, but it has the little knob there. So we'll have to go in there and check that out. It's hard to find mirrors for these cars. I guess he had a gold one too. Same color as the coupe I had. I think that might be the driver's side. This might be passenger side. There's the other side there. It has a, I guess you have to have it, it moved a little bit. You gotta have it in the door panel for it to work right. But anyway, got the mirrors. got the scoops and a little trim that I think is going to work. Not just sure yet, but we'll find out. I have to find my old one. But these are in good shape. They're not broke. Really, I don't need this metal. I just really need the plastic. I only got that one held in with bell and wire, but it's alright. It's OEM parts, as they say. So anyway, just a little Christmas gift from guy over in Canada. It's on my Mustang group page. He had a whole table of stuff that he was trying to get rid of. He's building a car, and he said he's got a bunch of extra stuff that he didn't need, and he needed some parts, and I had some parts he needed. So anyway, on the brake job, let's skip over here. We have calipers. I just painted them, letting them dry with some caliper paint. They've been sandblasted. That is the backing plate for the caliper. I think it just like a shield for some reason to keep stuff from hitting the back of the caliper, I guess. We got the new rotors painted. Went ahead and painted the front sides of them so they won't rust up and look stupid through the wheels. And over here we got the new seals, new bearings. This is a national brand bearing. It's A12 Master Pro rear bearing. That's all they had. So we got the two seals for both drums and new bearings. We got our backing plate ready to go on, and a little shim that goes on front of it. Here's the old rotor here. This rotor here is toast. Look how thin that is. They were just running this thing till it couldn't go anymore on rotors. That is actually the caliper off of the car. But that thing is toast. So get new brakes on the front, and so let's get this thing started. First, what I'm gonna do is sorry about the heater. It's kind of cold tonight. I'm gonna start by putting this backing plate on. Care about how these screws look because they're going to be on the behind the rotor, so you won't be able to see them anything. That's on. So now we need to get the rotor over here and go ahead and put the bearings in. So I'll go get that. Lay it like that there. get some wheel bearing grease. And I gotta get a rubber mallet so we can put the seal in. So let me go get that. So we got our rubber mallet, we got our bearing, which we're going to tap with some grease. We don't need to see race. It's already in there. So we're just going to tap this bearing here. I just dip it in there. Make sure we do it packed pretty good, grease. Nice and packed. I'll say that should be good enough. Stuff's getting sticky. Push it in, get it nice and packed in there. A little bit more on that. Now I get this stuff off my hand. Alright, now we can put our rear seal in. Get my hands freed up. Right. Need to get grease all on the rubber. Get that around. Getting kind of hot. Right. guess we could just slide the rotor up on there till we get the front bearing ready. I do believe I have something on backwards here. I think I got the caliper holder on backwards because it's rubbing the back of the rotor.
Low power.
So let me take that off and we'll see what that's all about. Well, folks, I ran into a dilemma. With this rotor on here, it doesn't rub at all. You got clearance behind the rotor. Everything's good. So what we're going to do, we're going to put the new rotor on, which you've probably seen. This is the rotor that was on this side when I got the car. So when we put the new rotor on, flat against there. There's no clearance. It's rubbing. This is a new rotor that's supposed to fit this car. But let's go to the other side. This is the new rotor. We're going to put the same new rotor on this side. Bearings in it. But we have clearance in behind. You can see that there's clearance. It's not touching or rubbing. It's just kind of loose because I don't have the nut on there. Which I have the nut somewhere. It's on the other side of the car. You can see it's not rubbing at all. Someone has switched the spindles on this car. I don't know if it's off of a Cougar, Mercury Cougar. This spindle is different from the other side because the rotor is different. As you can see, this is the rotor that was on the passenger side of the car. With it on there, it doesn't rub at all. It's just wore out. Stick it on there. Never rub because I've been pushing it around and moving it around. Gonna tighten it all the way up. Not even rubbing at all. It spins free. Now when I put the new rotor on there, it's scrubbing. When I put this rotor, which is off the driver's side on there, it rubs. Someone has switched the spindle on this side of the car. That's why that rotor has this little extra, well, it looks like the outside of the spindle part of the rotor bolts to the rotor. It's different. So this is the rotor off the other side. Stick it up on there. I don't know if you can hear it. It's got clearance behind it, but it rubs. Something's not right, so I'm gonna have to do some investigation on this. This side has a spindle off of a Cougar. I wouldn't think a Torino. The Cougar and the Mustang was the same platform, so it could have that, or it could have a spindle off of a coupe, which this is a fastback. So that's going to stop me from putting the brakes on this side, but I can put them on the other side, and caliper and all that good stuff. This side here, I'm gonna have to find out what's going on. So I guess that's gonna be it for right now. I'll probably go ahead and do the other side, and we'll get back to this one. Okay, something mysteriously happened. I took the bracket loose here, just loosened it, and then re-put it back on, and now look, it's not rubbing. You got clearance. I don't know, when I tighten it down, maybe I tighten it down up here first and then tighten it down there first, but I checked the spindle, it don't seem to be cracked or bent, but something happened when I took it loose and just snugged it down evenly. It evened out, so now it's not rubbing, and you can hear it is quiet. So it's weird. I guess that's just how things happen. So it's getting late. I'm just gonna have to finish up tomorrow since I messed around with this side all night, and we'll get this rotor, get the bearings and all on the other side, and we'll get the brakes on it. Hopefully we can get them bled up tomorrow. The calipers are ready to go on, brake line, so we'll tune in tomorrow. So I just said I won't be able to sleep if I don't put these calipers on. So I got the front brake pad on. It's held on by these pins and these little clips. Pins slide through, and the clips clip in to the slotted part of the pin to hold the pad in place. This is another caliper I had. And so now we got to put this little metal guard on the back, which I don't know why we need it, but it actually slips over the back side of the caliper like that. And then you can put the brake line on. I figured if I don't do it tonight, I won't remember. Now we got the hose on there. This is the hose for the other side. Let me get a ratchet. Tighten this line up. Now, caliper's ready to go on, so we're going to turn you guys around to car here. We can get the caliper on in a good area. It's probably about 30-something degrees outside tonight. So really running the heater tonight. The heat makes you tired, makes you sleepy. So now, we already got the rear pad on, so we're going to slide the, probably going to have to push that piston back. Yep. We're going to have to push that piston back a little bit. Press it back so it won't budge. I'm going to have to press that piston back. C-clamp something. Might can do it with the pliers. Forgot all about that. Oh, that piston won't budge. Hoping that caliper ain't froze. The brakes were working. And the car I took it off of. So What should I do now? I don't want to take that pad back off, that's for sure. It is hard to get those clips. Let's get a C-clamp. Might be able to get something in there. That's not going to do it. Maybe this one? Hate to bend up my little shield thing, but those clips are kind of tough to get back in there. Scratch up my new paint, who cares? She ain't budging at all. It's always a dilemma. I wonder as far back as that piston's going to go. Back around here. Let's take that over. Looks like it should go back. Almost on there. Looks like the piston is back as far as it can go. This move. A little bit off. I'm going to have to take that. Take these pads back off. Gosh darn it. Let me get the pads, get this pad back off of this caliper here. See if I can get that piston to move. And then we'll put it on there. Alright. Got the front disc brakes complete. One thing I gotta do now is just bleed it. Got a little rough spot on the pads, but that should smooth out. Got both sides together. So now it's just bleeding them out and have some brakes on this puppy. So get that done, and then we'll move on with this alternator charging problem. Right. So I removed the alternator back off of the Mustang, and I wanted to put the voltmeter on it to see is it shorting to a ground. Because like I said, when I hook up the main battery lead on back of the alternator, it just smoked the fuse link that goes to the starter solenoid, and it burned it in half. So I had to hurry up and unhook it before it fried everything else in the car. But this alternator, I got it in with a bunch of parts. It was freshly painted blue, and I believe the guy had took it apart to sandblast it, because all the screws and stuff, they were nice and shiny chrome. I just painted it over them. But I believe he took it apart to sandblast and paint it, and when he put it back together, he didn't do something right. Either that or the alternator is just bad. But we're going to put voltmeter on the little buds. We're going to see if it's shorting to a ground. So you can You hear that? This is the main battery lead. We're going to round it out. Just as I suspected. It's shorting to a ground. Something inside that alternator is grounding out on either the case, or he messed up something on the brushes, or maybe it's got a bad diode in it or something. But I got the other alternator. I had two other ones. I took this one and cleaned it up, took the pulley off, and I was going to try it and see is it doing the same thing. So like I said, that's your battery lead. You can see it says battery. So we're going to touch it on here just like the other one. Ground to the body. See, there's no continuity there. There's nothing. Now if I touch it here, well, I think here, no, I would have to go here. But this is the casing. You got that. But here you have nothing. So definitely that alternator is shorting out. And when I hook the main battery lead on back of it, it's just grounding out and about to burn the whole car up. So since I got this one half-assed cleaned up, I'm going to wipe it down a little bit more. It was real nasty and greasy. I'm going to get some more of this grease off of it. Kind of went over with a wire brush. I'm not going to take it apart and sandblast it and do all that, because I don't want to mess it up. And I'm gonna go ahead and just paint it. We're going to say this alternator is good. We'll put it on there and we'll see if we're charging. And if we are, then we're good. If we're not, then I got another one. Or I might just buy a new one. Say another hell with it. So anyway, I'm gonna get this one cleaned up some more. We'll get some paint on it and we'll get it on the car. Alright, we got the alternator back on. The one I painted. We're gonna fire it up. We're gonna see if it's charging. I didn't get any big sparks, so it'll be good to go. Pt.14. So we are charging. Alright, so that concludes this part of it. So next we're going to be getting some fenders on this puppy. Might take it for a test drive just like it is. And we'll get back with y'all next time. Well, finally got some brakes. So we're getting closer and closer and closer. Still got to do a little adjustment on them, but they do stop, and they got a full pedal. So we're gonna keep on going and keep this project rolling. So I want to give a shout out, thanks to Mr. P. You can go over to his channel here on YouTube and see what he's got going on. He's building a LS powered Chevy 1500 short wheelbase. So you can go check him out. He might have some other stuff on there. But yeah, he came over. We got these brakes bled out, and so like I said, just stay tuned. There's gonna be more on the barn find Mustang. So hit that like button, and also thank you to all the new subscribers that subscribed this week. And y'all have a good Merry Christmas. Hope your families and everything enjoy it. And like I say, if I can squeeze out another video before then, I will do it. I got another project I got to work on, so I'm gonna try and do some content on it. It is a mystery car. So, alright guys and girls, bye.